Test me again! Try me! Don't you do it again! No, hey! Okay, wait, I'm back, yeah? We're back? Are we rolling? Are we rolling? Are we rolling? Are we rolling? God damn it. James said, fuck. Wait, no, I was just joking around. It's fine. Why is the screen black? God, did I actually break? Wait, did I actually, like, seriously break screen? Or stream? Like, did I actually break that for everyone? I'm sorry, fangirl, I was joking. Oh. Why is the screen black? Shit. Like, you were messing with me, bastard. Yeah, I'm live. It was just japes. It was just japes. It was all japes. I'm sorry.
Such a lust for revenge.
God damn it. Fangirl, thank you. On mobile app it crashes if stream pauses like that? Oh, gotcha. You like this pit? God, thank you for the gifted sub. But I'm sorry I broke it. I'm sorry I broke things. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm sorry. Okay, apologies over. Alright, two of them are father and daughter. Okay. I'll grant you the two of them are father and daughter. Oh wait, we already read this. The pair became involved in the House of Mono. Mostly balls? No, I got lots of leg. Listen. I'm made for someone who likes leg. I've got a lot of it. I've got lots of leg. Leg and ball. He's all balls and leg. Wait. No, there's other parts. Trust me. Leg my ass. Prove it. Chicken legs. Nah, man. I got motherfucking thighs. Alright. Ass, balls, and legs. That's it. Oh, shit. Man meat. That's me. Have I shown you thigh? I know at one point I had to, because we reached that donation goal, I had to send a picture of my feet. I had to leak my feet pics. And I know that my lower legs were in there. I don't think I've sent my thighs at all. Oh, Drunk Mario Party. Oh, you're totally right. I kicked up my legs and showed you that, and you saw all my leg. So yeah, you did see a little bit of thigh, didn't you? Whoops. What feet pics? They're long ago in the announcements. Good luck. Okay. Let's start pressing everything. More thigh J, please. You think they knew? Yeah, I don't think only the victim knew. I think the girl realized it as well. They both knew who the other person was, but they had to pretend that they didn't. Because he was on the lam. You got it. The victim couldn't exactly go around flaunting who he was. Furthermore... Add a point reward for feet? No. No. No, I will not. Okay.
Hold it!
One is the butler and one is the friend of the son, you mean? They probably thought that was their best shot. Is that what you honestly believe? Of course. Point reward for thigh? No. Point reward for hair? No, because also I don't have my face cam set up at all. Can we imitate the guy who wanted to buy hair? That guy's banned. Well, actually, he's not banned on here. I don't know who he is on here. I have no clue if he's still around, but I did block him on Twitter. I broke your connection to Twitch. Oops. Point reward to touch him. No. How much for hair, though? I'd have to set up my cam. I'd have to set up my camera and everything, and it's not ready. It's not set up right now. Chat has evolved very quickly. Yeah. Alright.
Hold it!
Nah, this is fine. I know you guys are... I know you're japing. I know you're joking. If I put a price on things, people are gonna, like, you know, buy it. So that's why I'm not putting a price tag on things. I've learned my lesson with golfing. You mean how they plotted to commit the crime as blood relatives? $100 thigh pics? I can hoe out for money, I guess, but also no. Because, here's the thing. Thigh pics, and then someone's gonna ask for other things. No, you get no pictures. You get what I provide. OnlyFans when? Listen. I've stated it before. It's images of my Nerf guns. I only have one, and it's missing. Is there a gateway to OnlyFans? Listen, I've said it before. I'll open an OnlyFans, you know, I'll make it a massively, high tier on a charity stream. And the joke being that, my junk would be covered up by a can or multiple cans of, Campbell's Chunky Noodle Soup. Like, still in the can. Except I'd replace the label to just read nice cock, bro. And I would post to it regularly for a year. Maybe next charity stream I'll make it a big, you know, maybe I'll put that on there. Except, that's gonna be a steep price, one that we're not gonna hit. Use a monster can? No, I think the, Campbell's Chunky Soup is still way more funny. Oh yeah, I also technically have a video on Pornhub. It's one of my first videos that I put on the YouTube. It's, Deep Space Dumbasses. The butler and the girlfriend. Who would ever suspect that they were, in fact, family? I should focus on the case, though. Yes, from the very beginning, they painstakingly practiced those roles well.
Hold it!
Oops. I believe you're being a bit too overconfident for someone with no evidence. Am I? Because I don't see you presenting any evidence to the contrary. Without evidence to counter him, we're stuck at a draw. Agent Lang isn't wrong. His scenario is certainly a possible one. Better hurry up and do something or Lauren's gonna wind up looking really bad. I know, but first things first. Is Agent Lang's line of logic factually correct? Did the two of them really knowingly commit the crime as father and daughter? Here's the thing, Wigglestick, is it won't let... Since I'm not a partner, I don't get a say on whether I get to select my quality or not. So usually it's only my source that gets... Like... Yeah, there's only one option. Which is another reason to get me to... It's another reason to get me to partner. Tell your friends. Send them here. No. There's a reason, like, they just make it so that, oh, you guys can only select one quality option instead of, you know, do, like, the source one, and then, like, you know, like, lower options. So... We'll make good use of the meetings. Plan this little kidnapping. How many That's why... Hey, no, here's the thing. Hey. No. Yeah, I'm not saying pay me, I'm saying send your friends, because guess how I get to partner? Guess how I get to partner? Don't send me money, send me people. I need a viewer count. Okay, but no, honestly, thank you for the support you've given is amazing, and it floors me. But, like... Yeah, no, because the way to get to partner, right, it's not subscription count, it is viewer count. It's more views and an active chat, and the only thing that is stopping me right now is an average of 75 viewers. That's the wall, as it were. Once I have a steady average of 75 viewers or more, then I can apply for the partner program, and there's no promises of me getting in. So, like, see ya, Blobfish. Sorry about breaking it. Yeah, it's a super steep wall. Right now, I think I average 21 is my average right now, which has been... We've been growing fast, in all honesty. And you guys support me quite a lot. And yeah, average viewer count kills a lot of people. Like, it keeps people from getting into the program. Still should be more? Oh, you think it should be higher? I think not. I'll be honest. For the partner program? Yeah, average viewers is it's a really hard wall to pass. It's exceedingly hard. Right now, where I stand, I am within the top 5% or so of Twitch. Possibly higher. So, like, it's not... Oh, not for partner program, my views. Gotcha. I mean, we're working on it. We're growing. Point is, I'm having fun, and you guys really do make this a lot easier for me to continue doing. Like, not only does your support help me do this in a extended capacity, but it means that I'm doing something. It's feedback. You guys keep on coming back and watching, and Hell, feedback is some of the most important thing. Is like a super important thing. You come back and you watch, and then, you know, yeah. It means a lot to be able to make someone say, I want to go back there and have a good time. You know? So, thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it. That's... and all other support is wild. I'm actually gonna ping the Discord again and say that we're back up. Hup. What's the best support type?
Hold it.
Oh wait, whoops. I accidentally... the, like, best support type for what? Like, for streaming? Because honestly... just watching. Shovel viewers, yeah. Caster support. I don't know, I got a soft spot for caster DPS. Okay. But two of them is a problem, right? Because... there were 4 stolen costumes. Objection! Please? Objection? But, like, objection, though. Okay, it's not working.
Objection.
This kidnapping wasn't planned by just 2 people alone. And what kind of proof do you have of that? Quite simply, there were 3 kidnappers. 3?! 4 costumes were stolen from the Wild Wild West area's back room. We found one of them in the kidnapper's hideout. But as for the other 3, we can assume they were being worn by 3 different people. We also found a set of 3 cups and 3 folding chairs that were used in the hideout. It all clearly points to a 3-man group. And I believe this 3rd person is the real mastermind behind the kidnapping. Who is this mastermind? I present to you the brains behind the kidnapping. Alright. Hear me out. It's Lance. Why does Lance need money? You might be asking. He's got a rich-ass father. Lance is going to be visited by a certain loan shark, one that's a little bit violent. Take that! I'm gonna try.
Take that.
Okay, Faraday. But there's a reason that Pops is protecting. Lance Amano? I said Baba Booey? No. Yes, this abduction was in fact schemed up by Lance himself. Recall what he said when he appeared before us. Did you see the faces of your kidnappers? No, I didn't see their faces, but 2. One was a woman. However, there were 3 kidnappers, which is in direct contradiction to what he said. But, I know I saw only 2 people. This guy was being held hostage. It's possible he couldn't see all 3 of them. Ah, yes. About while you were being held, I have my doubts about what happened then. Lance, would you mind telling us what happened while you were being held captive? I really don't remember much anymore. Honest. But if I don't tell you at least something, you won't believe me at all, will you? I was kidnapped yesterday morning. They had me shut in that room, blindfolded the entire time. But the kidnapper suddenly disappeared around the time I heard rain falling outside. My hands were cuffed, but it was a stroke of luck that they left me alone. Why do you still have the cuffs on? Why aren't those off now? I made my escape and ran away from the room as fast as I could. They only gave me, like, one coffee, dude. Oh, a coffee. Through the underground passageway, I presume. Are you okay? Sorry, didn't really want to recall that horrible ordeal, but now you believe me, right? No, not quite yet. How could you not? Why do you look at me with, like, icy daggers in your eyes? Like, I've already had a bad day. They didn't even, like, offer soy milk for my coffee, so, like, I couldn't drink it at all. And, like, they didn't even have, like, any syrup to put in it. And, like, it sucked. Oh. Because he's a prosecutor. And because they're all like that. I'll have you know, Agent Lang, that a prosecutor's eyes are for discerning the truth. And should they be interpreted to be cruel at times, then so be it. There's a sticking point in Lance's testimony. Let's see what he offers up when I push a little. Kidnapped yesterday morning. They had me shut in that room blindfolded the entire time. Let's talk about it. By that room, you mean the room in the kidnapper's hideout, correct? Yeah, but I was blindfolded the whole time, so I didn't know that until I made my escape. Then, you were in the same room as your kidnappers. They spoke in hushed tones, but I could catch bits of their conversation. It was definitely two people, and one of them was definitely a woman. I was so scared. I could tell that they were nearby, so I didn't dare to make a move.
Hold it!
The kidnappers disappeared. The room fell into sudden silence. I had been left behind like an unwanted mutt. And what do you mean by an unwanted mutt? What a pointless question. It's not like he's gonna tell you anything new, you know. It's a poetic simile. You should learn how to use them too. You may look refined on the outside, but it's no good if you're not refined on the inside. All right.
Hold it!
Then those cuffs on your wrists. I suppose you're still cuffed in that case. I am well aware of how I am chained to reality. I couldn't find the key, so I'm afraid that I'm stuck like this. Even though I escaped that jail cell, I will forever be a prisoner. Sorry, I'm gonna start adding echo to his dramatic lines. He's a total fucking drama queen. Okay.
Hold it!
How did you manage to escape? I wanted to just get out of there, but the door leading outside was locked, which is why I had to use the underground passageway to make my escape. I remember our escape to be equally as hard. This is an invaluable piece of testimony. I mustn't let it go unexamined. Yeah, no. 'Cause,
Hold it!
By underground passageway, you mean the one the staff uses to travel unnoticed. I suppose that's what it's for, but I didn't run into any staff members on my way out. And once I was up top, I was busy trying to find a member of the police. And that is when you found us congregated at the stadium, I suppose. Let me ask you then, how did you get a hold of the key to the underground door? That was easy. It was hanging right there in the room on the wall. I do recall a key hanging on the wall right beside the table. Boy, does that bring back memories of our situation, how we made our escape. Indeed. Although the door and the floor of the room led to an underground room, the door on the floor of the room next door had a secret passageway. Secret passageway under a theme park? Ooh, that just sounds like so much fun! I wonder, is there something off about the way Lance made his escape? Yeah. Ah, shit, did it too fast. Let's talk about it. Cause, it would have been really easy to unlock the door from that side.
Objection!
You say that the door leading out was locked, but was it really? Wait, did the cuffs just come off? We're talking about that room behind the saloon front, right? Look, I heard that it took quite a few men to get that thing open. Right, Shana? Yes, that's correct. Then take a look at this. What is that? A sword? It's not an especially reliable one if it's broken like that. Allow me to start from the end. My conclusion is that the door was never locked. It was simply held shut by the sword which was used to jam the handle. Lance, even though your hands were cuffed together, you could still use them. If that's the case, then why did you not just simply remove the sword and escape? Why didn't I? I was, like, disoriented. Yeah, that's it. I didn't notice it. As if I should accept such a bold-faced lie! You locked yourself in that room because you had to make yourself look like the victim. But you did not, in fact, possess the key to the door. That is why you used the prop sword to improvise and create a prison of your very own. You've been making this guy out to be one of the kidnappers for some time now. I wonder if you've forgotten something very important along the way. And what would that be? A motive. What else? Do you honestly think that an upright, pure boy like him would hatch up a completely pointless scheme such as kidnapping himself? This proves that Lance did indeed have a motive to commit the crime. Yeah, motherfucker! You're gonna try and use my own words against me? Take that! Damn it. One more time. I'm getting in the pose and everything. Take that! Alright. Nope. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. I want it to work, and it never works. To put it simply, Lance has a very urgent need for money. This is hardly your typical love letter. It is, in fact, a collections bill. It appears our upstanding boy has accumulated quite a debt. Isn't that right, Lance? Looks like it's hard being the son of a rich man, too. I turned off the equalizer earlier, and it didn't work. Alright, I give up. I abducted myself. Lance! It's over, Lolly. In this life, we really are bound to our fates after all. All I wanted was to go with you to a new town, somewhere where no one would know us. I wanted us to be well off with that 1 million, but now, the dream is over. Oh, Lance! Then, you are giving yourself up. Yes. I had planned to run away from this world with my Lolly. Other even helped us with the plan, but then he had to go and, stab us in the back. He turned on you. Maybe he didn't want to split the ransom money. That's my guess. It happened almost right after you made the drop-off. When we were alone, he attacked me all of a sudden. After a brief struggle, I was able to contain him and keep him under control. We left him inside that room as Lolly and I made our escape. We wore different costumes and split up. Lolly left first in the Blue Badger costume. That would mean the person Officer Meekin saw was Miss Pops. But right then, the old man just had to wake up. I was careless, and he tackled me pretty hard from behind. Then Oliver put on a bad Badger costume, took the suitcase with $1 million and ran. I contacted Lolly right away and warned her that he had a gun. I had no idea that they were related, so I thought that it could only end badly. I still don't believe it. That person wasn't my father. Because if he was, I just killed my own father. Lolly, then like it really was you? That man was not my father. I mean, because at the stadium, there was a bad Badger pulling the suitcase with the $1 million in it. That Badger pointed his gun at me, aiming to shoot me dead. That's why I used the gun I got from Lance. There was a gunshot. The other person crumpled to the ground and I ran scared for my life. I think the big picture's finally coming to focus, don't you? Lolly, forgive me. I didn't think it would turn into something so frightening. If only I could have protected you. So, Miss Pops, she shot her own dad without even knowing who he really was. If what she says is true, are you saying she's lying? But why would she lie about something like that? What purpose would it serve? You'd be surprised how often people lie without realizing it themselves, Kay. Huh? What's that supposed to mean? What I mean is... Well, listen very carefully to her confession once more and you'll see. That Badger pointing his gun... Hold on.
Hold it!
That was the ransom money, wasn't it? Yes, that's how I was able to identify Mr. Teakin almost immediately. It was all thanks to what Lance told me. And what did he tell you? Well, he called me on my cell phone and told me that Mr. Teakin had betrayed us and had run off with the ransom money. And about how he had a gun.
Hold it!
Were you able to clearly see the gun? Yes, I got a very good look at it while it was pointed at me. Father, why would you try and shoot me? Do you really think a father would shoot his own daughter, Mr. Edgeworth? I don't know. I don't want to believe it myself. But it's true. My father's left arm was raised with a gun in it. Pointed straight at me. I'm about to die, I thought. Miss Pops. Please, calm down and take a big breath. And then would you allow me to please hear that last statement one more time? Yes, of course. Okay. Press on it. And you felt that your life was in danger, correct? Yes. I'm about to die, I thought. So... Okay. So, here's the problem. Let's look at the Bible. Let's be good little badgers and look at the Badger Bible. Now, I want you to look at what hand that gun's in. Chat. Because that Bad Badger is right-handed.
Objection!
Take a good look at this. What about it? Mr. Edgeworth, sir. I don't think you pulled out the right piece of evidence. Wait, what? Ha! Wonderful subordinate there. So, willing to point out his boss's mistakes. Detective Gumshoe, you will refrain from excessive talking. What? I'll try, sir. Maybe I was on the wrong piece. Hold on. Left hand, aiming to shoot me dead. that totally should have worked, right? What? I mean, maybe the dossier? Because it was talking about how he was right. Because, we presented on this one, so maybe... Because yeah, okay, dominant hand, right. Maybe it's this one.
Objection!
Also, no backseating, or I'll beat you up. I have here a dossier on your father. And according to this, your father was right-handed. Then... The person pointing a gun at you from atop the stage was not Mr. Deacon. Hold on there, Mr. Prosecutor. I think you need to take a refresher course. The Bad Badger has a model gun attached to his right hand, which is why the only hand he could have held the real gun with was his left. Isn't it possible that it went down like that? Agent Lang, were you paying attention to what Miss Pops was saying? Then again, I suppose I can't expect someone who's never set foot in court to catch it. Enough of the smugness, out with it already. Miss Pops told us earlier. There's a Bad Badger pulling the suitcase with $1 million in it. According to you, the Bad Badger had the gun in its left hand, which would mean that he was pulling the suitcase with his right hand. Is that correct, Miss Pops? Yes, exactly. And I'm sure it was the Bad Badger. It had those huge sunglasses on its face. If that's the case, even I can see there's a huge contradiction. Yes, Miss Pops claims to have seen the Bad Badger. And yet, the Bad Badger had both of its hands full. These two pieces of information contradict each other, so one must be wrong. Both hands weren't occupied because no, wait, because the torn suit was already, Panda Man the Boy, thank you for checking a flight. So, okay. Drink water? Sure. Alright, chat. I'll drink just for you. Okay. Okay, let's think. No, cause, okay. No, okay, hold on. So both would be correct, right? Because he got rid of the costume with the hole in the hand where the gun used to be. So both would be correct if we go down this line of thinking. But wasn't there another costume stolen? They are both correct. Impossible! That just leaves us with an irresolvable contradiction. Miss Pop's entire statement rests on the fact that she saw his sunglasses and beard. But what if that Bad Badger wasn't wearing pants on his lower half? What if he was just running around, dick swinging? Just cock out, just slapping his knees.
Take that!
The costumes have two parts to them, a head and the body. Oh, I get it now. The head Miss Pop saw was probably the head of the Bad Badger. However, it is not possible that the body was that of an entirely different badger. A different badger? Yes. Or to put it more bluntly, I believe it was the lower half of this badger. Shit. Which one had the spare suit gone? Was it two protos or two blues? I think it was two blues.
Take that!
His head may have been the Bad Badger, but his body was the Blue Badger's. The Blue Badger. Hold on, let's see here. Who was it that had one of these on? I did. So did Officer Meekins, pal. Ha! Nice try, but your logic is just a tad illogical. Officer Meekins has been placed under arrest after all. Wait. Ah, shit. I'd like to strike what I just said from the record and give my explanation anew. Yeah, it won't let me open the organizer and look. Ah, shit. I mean, I guess was it Proto Badger? It had to be Proto Badger. Pink Badger's a different color, so that'd be...
Take that!
What? What the heck is it? It's the Proto Badger. Yes, and it's a simple matter of process of elimination. Miss Pops is wearing the Blue Badger's costume, so we can eliminate that one. And the Pink Badger is the wrong color, which would have been incredibly obvious. All that is left is the Proto Badger costume. Miss Pops, who was the one who wore the Proto Badger costume? That would be Lance. Are you saying what I think you are? That Lance Amano donned the Bad Badger's head and pretended to be Mr. Deacon, on top of which he plotted to shoot Miss Pops wearing that hideous thing. The stage that was set up in the stadium was none more than a setup, and its purpose was to lead Miss Pops into believing she had committed murder. Standing there in front of Miss Pops and pretending to be the victim, it was all done so that she could pull the trigger. So like, I have no idea what you're talking about? Why exactly would I have to do all that, huh? There's but one reason. Lance Amano, you are the real culprit behind the murder of Mr. Oliver Deacon. What? No! That's like slander. Take it back. Take it back, like, right now. Just out of curiosity, Lance, which is your dominant hand? I'm left-handed, but what does that have to do with anything? It depends. According to Miss Pops, her attacker had a gun in his left hand. Who's what-handed doesn't prove anything. And besides, now you're just being absurd. It's not like the Proto Badger's bulletproof. One misfire and he would have found himself dead, right? Of course. Logically, if he had been shot, he probably wouldn't be here with us. But I believe he had thought that out as well, and prepared accordingly. And this should be all the evidence you need. This is how Lance made sure he wouldn't be hit by a bullet. Oh, he swapped the guns. He totally swapped the guns. The missing model gun.
Take that!
We found one half of a Bad Badger costume in the hideout. A broken one. It was not the same one that the victim was wearing. Plus, it was missing something. And that something is the model gun that the Bad Badger carries, which can fire blanks. What? Miss Pops, where is the gun you used now? I threw it away into the sea. That makes it a bit tough to verify what it was. Although I do believe that we can safely assume it was the model gun in question. I've heard enough. All you've been spouting so far is pure conjecture. I admit that as long as the model gun is lost to us, I can't prove I'm right. However, I can say that the probability that I am right is very high. Okay, let's pretend you're right, and that the murder was at the stadium, and it was a fabrication. In that case, where do you think the murder really took place, Mr. Prosecutor? I don't know yet. Ha! I knew you were full of it. However, I do believe that the murder took place during an earlier time frame. Please, wait a second. It's simply not possible. Because I saw Mr. Deacon after he was restrained by Lance. She saw the victim in the state of being restrained. I came back to the hideout long after the other two. By that time, Lance had already subdued and restrained Mr. Deacon. He had tied Mr. Deacon securely to the beam in the room next door. After that, the two of us put on our costumes and made our escape. So, Mr. Deacon must have escaped after the two of you left, right? I thought that it'd attract too much attention if we left together, so I left first. I planned to meet up again at the stage in the stadium. But then, as I was walking through the park, I got a call from Lance on my cell phone.
Oliver managed to escape. It looked like he was waiting until I was alone. He also stole the gun from me at that time. And then the murder happened. Mr. Deacon must have overheard their plan to meet up at the stage. Well, Mr. Prosecutor, Miss Potts saw the victim with her own eyes. Which means that the victim was still alive at the time. Wouldn't you agree? Why does that sound wrong to me? There must be something amiss about this account. Let's see what happens when I examine it in more detail.
Alright. Whoops. Like Fiochi, by that time Lance had already subdued and restrained Mr. Deacon. Tell me about it.
How did Lance look at that time?
He looked shocked. He also looked a little down. When I saw that sadness in his eyes,
Thank you, that's enough for now. And what of Mr. Deacon? What was his situation like?
Hold it!
You are sure that it was Mr. Deacon you saw?
Yes, I'm certain of what I saw.
Did you go into the other room to check?
Lance said that it was best if I didn't get too close to him. Lance, he's such a kind soul.
Then are you telling me that you did not confirm it was Mr. Deacon for yourself?
I checked through the slit in the door that separates the two rooms. He had a bad badger's head on, so I'm absolutely sure. It just had to be Mr. Deacon.
She saw a bad badger head.
Hold it!
Let's talk about it.
So the tied-up Mr. Deacon was still in his bad badger costume.
Yes, and?
Appear that she'd misread the whole situation. What now? Should I raise an objection?
Hell yeah, you should.
The person you saw was not the victim.
What? Why not?
I will tell you why not, with this. This, Miss Pops, shows us that the person you saw was not the victim.
It's me. I'm the victim. Or I'm not the victim. I'm not dead. Edgeworth does not have a bullet hole in him. Edgeworth is fine. But, it should be the head, right? Wait. Maybe? Yeah, I think we got enough life anyway. Let's see where this goes.
Take that!
Miss Pops, the person you saw was not Miss Deacon at all.
Huh?
It's me! I'm actually dead!
Ow, okay, I hit my head on the way back up. And I also unplugged my headphones. One sec. Okay, we're good. We're good? We're good. We're fine. Don't actually die for the bit. Commit to the bit.
It was me.
Huh? The person I saw was you, Mr. Edgeworth?
I always thought it was a bit odd. Why would the kidnappers abduct me, even after I had handed over the ransom? It's not as though I saw the face of the kidnappers. If I were them, I would have just taken the $1 million and ran. But in the end, there was a point to it all. It was to make me look like Mr. Deacon. And if that was the reason for which I was abducted, then I believe we can safely assume the victim was already dead at that time. Well, Lance, am I right? That's... You showed Miss Pops a person, namely me, with a bad badger's head on. And then you made your costume to escape together. Or so you pretended.
Huh? What do you mean by he pretended?
Exactly that. I believe Lance watched you escape, and then doubled back to the hideout. Probably to come and remove the bad badger head from my unconscious self. and to create his fake prison with the prop sword, he then escaped via the passageway. Hold your tongue, boy. Don't get caught up in that tidal wave of words coming out of Mr. Prosecutor's mouth. Tidal wave? We've heard a lot come out of you, but I've yet to see a shred of evidence. The victim's betrayal, his subsequent detainment, all of that could have happened while you were out cold. That's right. You were out for quite a while, Mr. Prosecutor. Even if that were the case, Miss Pops would still have seen me tied to that beam.
I was scared of Mr. Deacon, so I didn't go into the next room. So I really have no idea if you were in there or not, Mr. Edgeworth.
You see, it would seem that you can't prove a thing. Who said that? Please wait. Mr. Amano. Miles, my boy. Looks like you're really giving it your all. And Lance, not good to cause trouble for others. Dad! Let's see. You're the one in charge of the investigation, correct? Yeah, that's right. I'm so sorry that my son has been nothing but trouble. This probably won't make up for anything, but I have some evidence for you. Oh, do you now? Is that what I think it is?
It's the Bad Badger costume the victim was wearing, and a gun.
I couldn't wait around for the police, so I went and found these myself. It appears that they were disposed of in the sea. Is there no one in this country who actually obeys the law? There. No. Agent Lang, please calm down. What the heck is that? A scrap of paper?
This appears to be a letter from the Chief of Police. Please allow Mr. Amano complete freedom to do as he sees fit, it says.
What? The Chief of Police? What the? Just who does he think he is?
The person who wields the highest authority in this area.
There now. There is no need to be so upset. I'm not a cop from this land, so I'm not bound by the laws of your country.
That's not how that works.
No. This wasn't meant to strong-arm you into anything. It's just a request. I'm only asking that you please respect the laws of the land. I can't really say no to that. However, returning to the topic at hand. It doesn't matter who found the evidence, its value remains unchanged. Alright, now let's take a look at this new evidence. I've already got the results back. I had a special forensics research lab that I'm on good terms with conduct the tests. They verified the blood on this costume belonged to Oliver. As for the gun, the only fingerprints they could find were yours, Lauren. What? Disappoint me, Miles. I can't believe that you caused my son such stress and heartache. Thank goodness I was able to find the final pieces of evidence. With this, you'll have no reason left to push my poor boy around. That's it. These are the case-making pieces of evidence. Ha! I'll be the judge of that. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny.
So, why is there a hole there?
This bullet hole.
Looks kind of like burnt around the edges.
Wait, those burn marks were left by gunpowder. This is a most important fact.
Why's that?
Because it's proof that the victim was shot at point-blank range.
Yeah.
There's nothing unusual about this area. Could this gun be the actual murder weapon? What's this? It looks like there's something inside the costume here.
Hey, they sparkle. I bet they're really valuable.
Sorry, but they're just pieces of a mirror. But why are they in here?
Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay. Now I know what's up.
Well, are these not the most definitive pieces of evidence you've seen? Thank you, Dad. This should be enough even to convince Mr. Edgeworth over there. Make no mistake, there are fingerprints on that murderous gun. And they prove that it was Lolly who killed Oliver. But Oliver was also after Lolly's life. So, Mr. Edgeworth, even you must see that Lolly was acting in self-defense. The fingerprints on the weapon,
No, this isn't helpful at all.
Look, Mr. Edgeworth, all I want to do is save Lolly. But in the end, all I can do is watch as she takes the punishment for her crimes. That may be all you can do. However, I still have a case to solve and a job to do. The job of unraveling your insidious lie. You wound me. Why won't you believe me, even in the face of all this evidence?
Alright, let's dish, motherfucker. Yep, it proved that it was Lolly who killed Oliver. Let's talk about it.
You sure are calm for someone who's accusing his own girlfriend of murder. You have it all wrong. Allowing her to pay the price is a form of love.
What the fuck?
She says that she also wants to pay back her debt to society. But
Alright.
Hold it!
Let's talk. Let's dish.
And why would you believe that? The victim was set on taking Miss Pops's life.
Open up. That is really. Yeah, no, it's fucked.
I suppose it's because he wanted to silence her. Keep her quiet because she knows the truth behind the kidnapping. In that case, why did he not target you as well? That's because he knew that if he killed me, he wouldn't be able to control my father. Right you are. Even if it cost me millions, I would have the killer found. I believe he didn't kill you for an entirely different reason. However, I digress. Look, more than why he didn't kill me, I'm worried about what'll happen to Lolly.
Hold it!
Justified self-defense. I suppose that is a possibility given the circumstances. Really? Oh, thank goodness. However, self-defense was not necessary in this case. What do you mean? Miss Pops is innocent. She didn't do anything, so why would she need to defend herself from nothing? You still don't believe a word I say, do you? His entire argument hinges on the fact that her fingerprints are on the gun. However, the truth does not lie there. It lies in whatever he's hiding from me, but not for long.
Alright, let's talk. Let's talk about this again.
Those fingerprints, are you sure they belong to Miss Pops? There's no mistake about it. Though my connections, I had the best forensic techniques money can buy performed. I find that to be a bit peculiar. What? Are you trying to pick an argument with me?
What should I do? Should I raise an objection? Yeah.
Frankly, I don't believe that Miss Pops' print should be on that gun to begin with. And the reason why Miss Pops' print should not be on the gun is...
Ooh. Yeah, no, you always raise the objection. Wait, okay, so wait, if she was wearing... Yeah, wait, hold on. She was wearing a costume. Hold on. I'm gonna turn off the equalizer. Be warned, I might get a little bit loud.
Take that! Take that!
Nope. Didn't work. It didn't work. Fuck.
Take that!
It's simply not possible for Miss Pops to have left any prints on the murder weapon. Because while she was at the stadium, Miss Pops was wearing a costume. Huh? But there's no mistake. We found fingerprints. Well, Miss Pops, do you remember touching the gun at all at any time?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I did hold it for a bit back in the hideout. I handed it off to Mr. Deacon when he and Lance left for the haunted house.
To retrieve the ransom money, I suppose. And there you have it. That is when Miss Pops' prints found their way onto the gun. Do you understand now, Mr. Amano? The fingerprints do nothing to prove that Miss Pops is the murderer. But you still don't have anything to prove that she isn't the killer, right? You seem very adamant about insisting your girlfriend is a cold-blooded killer.
Lance?
What? No way. I'm like incredibly worried about her. But that doesn't change the fact that you don't have any evidence, right? That is where you're wrong. I have the evidence. What? How? The story that Miss Pops killed the victim at the stage in the stadium. The whole affair is simply not true, because that was not the real crime scene, but a setup. This proves that the real murder was not committed at the stadium at all.
It's the mirror fragments, right? That mirror was carried back from the haunted house at some point. Fucker got iced at the haunted house.
Take that!
This piece of evidence proves that the real crime scene is not, in fact, the stadium. Mr. Prosecutor, I'd have to rate that piece of logic a 0 out of 10.
Okay, whoops.
0? At least a 6.8 out of 10. At this rate, Lolly is gonna, wind up getting arrested. I must remain calm and think clearly. If the murder did not happen at the stadium, in the scenario where the victim was up on the stage and Miss Pops was down below, there must be something that invalidates it.
Okay. Okay. If not that, then what? Not the fragments. Hold on. Oh wait, hold on. So... Right! Remember, shot from point blank. Or shot from point blank. So, hear me out. From the stage to the, to where the killer was, that isn't point blank. There's a little bit of a distance, and then not only that, but it went through his abdomen, up, and then out at his shoulder. It had to be a point blank shot. By all means, especially with the gunpowder burn. It wasn't at the stage.
Take that!
Let us take another good look at the costume the victim was wearing. Then I believe you will see why I insist it was not shot at the stadium. This is the part of the costume that proves it. It's the... bullet.
Take that!
Bullet hole. The burn around this bullet hole was made when the victim was shot at point-blank range.
Ah, so then you mean the murder Miss Oldbag saw at the stadium really was...
Yes, she saw two people, but they were separated at a distance. If the victim was indeed shot from below the stage, there shouldn't be a gunpowder burn. Look at you, Mr. Smarty Pants Prosecutor. Since you seem to know all the answers, why not tell us where the real crime scene is then? Lance set me up to look like Mr. Deacon back at the hideout. If that's the case, then the murder must have happened prior to that. And the location where Lance and the victim were just at before I was imprisoned was...
haunted house, baby.
I've got it. I know the real scene of the murder. The real location in which Mr. Deacon killed is here.
Take that!
I think it's not unreasonable to assume the murder took place in the haunted house. The haunted house. Yes, and I have proof that it is highly likely the victim was killed there. What proves the real scene of the crime was at the haunted house? Well, you absolute fucking buffoon.
Take that!
These were inside the costume the victim was wearing. They're fragments of a mirror. A mirror? And what does that have to do with anything? Indeed, you don't exactly expect to find pieces of a mirror inside a costume.
Yeah, that's actually pretty dangerous.
However, there is one place I can think of there is a plethora of mirror fragments. And that is the haunted house. Lance Amano, I propose that you killed Mr. Deacon with a revolver in the haunted house. After that, you stole the Blue Badger-mobile to move his body to the Wild Wild West area. The timing of when the Blue Badger-mobile was stolen confirms this as a fact. Miles, my boy, say no more. I'm sorry, Mr. Amano, but I cannot do that. Be quiet. Yes, please, do something. Stop that boy from speaking any more nonsense. Ernest Amano, correct? I meant you. Now be quiet, Gramps. How dare you? I don't need words. The only thing I require is evidence. Decisive evidence. And to call these mere bits decisive is a bit too presumptuous, Mr. Prosecutor. What? Shinha! Was there a mirror in the kidnapper's hideout?
Yes, there was a mirror there. A mirror that is for the haunted house.
You see, isn't it possible the fragments got into the costume there? But Agent Lang, there were no fragments on the floor, so the probability is very low. Probability. Longzi says, on Truth's path, the word probability does not exist. The only thing that does is definitive proof. The question, Mr. Prosecutor, is do you have any definitive proof?
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, do you?
Do I have solid evidence that proves the murder took place at the haunted house? The answer is no. See? So since you don't have any, shut up! I don't have the evidence yet. But I'm certain the murder occurred around the time I turned the ransom over. At that time, the only people at the haunted house, besides myself, were Lance and Mr. Deacon. If I can prove that the murder took place at the haunted house, then I can prove Lance's guilt in the connection to the murder.
What now, Mr. Edgeworth?
Agent Lang, I have a special request. Yeah, I'd like to prove to you that the scene of the crime was indeed the haunted house.
Why in the world are you asking a werewolf for permission?
Because I don't really have a choice. If I want to find the truth. Alright, permission granted. But you are not to touch a single thing. Got it? That won't be a problem. All that's important to me is that the truth be brought to light. It doesn't matter by who or how it's done, as long as it is. Shinha!
I'm here.
Put in the paperwork for the authorization immediately.
Understood. I'll go get the Gatewater Group's approval.
Who was that? Oh no. Let's hold on for a second. There's no need to obtain approval. Mr. Amano, Agent Lang, if you would please take a look at this. What is this? Shinha!
It's the deed to the haunted house.
The deed. Read it out loud.
Gatewater Land Incorporated hereby bequeaths this property known as the haunted house to Mr. Amano for the lump sum of $1 million paid in full in cash.
What? As you can see, I am now the legal owner of the haunted house.
Are you kidding? When did you...
I ran into the owner of the park earlier, and we made the deal almost immediately. How quickly things move when you can prepare $1 million in the blink of an eye. That's $1 million you paid. Don't tell me it was... Oh, that's right. This disgusting suitcase belongs to you, doesn't it? I don't have any more use for it, so you may have it back now. You used the ransom money. My Lance is a good boy. He even apologized for the kidnapping bit earlier. So I do believe that I will forgive him. After all, he did return the ransom money. That's the way things are, so if you would please discuss things with me from now on. Discuss? What is there to discuss? Why, permission to enter the haunted house, of course. While we were busy listening to Lance's story, Mr. Amano was out there preempting us. Permission to search the haunted house is denied. End of discussion. Agent Lang, I want you to arrest that girl. And Miles, you should hurry on home now, my boy, before I really lose my temper. Mr. Amano definitely has the deck stacked in his favor here. What should I do? If I leave it like this, the truth will be lost forever.
Rich people, man. Rich people fucking suck. Oh man, do I go for it? Do I go for it? Man, I don't know if I go for it. How long is that gonna take? Yeah, I want to go for it. Fuck it. Screw it, we're doing it.
March 13th, 4:27 p.m., Gatewater Land Main Gate. If I can't get permission to investigate the crime scene, the truth will be lost.
Hold it, hold it, hold it!
Okay?
Mr. Edgeworth, what are you doing spacing out? Have you forgotten? There's only one thing you should do at a time like this.
And what is that?
When the people are in a bind, the hero of justice appears to save the day. Look, you just leave it to me. Frank K. Faraday, the second of the great Yatagarasu.
But I thought you were a thief, not a hero.
The Yatagarasu is noble, and is always a thief of justice.
That's... Of course!
If we have enough information, I can recreate the inside of the haunted house with this. Plus, if we then factor in everyone's testimony,
you can recreate exactly what happened when I dropped off the ransom money. May be able to figure this out with some new information. It's worth a try. Agent Lang. Ah, so you want to use your little toy. Be my guest.
Okay, hang on. You're all about to witness the true power of a real modern-day Modern day Robin Hood.
Detective Gumshoe. Is there a copy of the haunted house's blueprint among the police's reference documents?
Yes, sir. We just got it in case we need it for the kidnapping case.
Alright, I'll input the
Alright, I'll input the haunted house data then.
What is this? Where are we? It's like we're inside, like, the haunted house. Even if I can't inspect the real location itself, the path to the truth slumbers here. If I can successfully navigate my way using logic, I will ultimately arrive at the truth. Now then, I believe I'm ready to investigate the crime scene.
Okay, what should I recreate first?
You haven't figured it out yet.
Maybe I have, maybe I haven't, but I'm going to make you do all the hard work.
Very well, I'd like to inspect the moment in which I was ambushed by my abductor. The two of them were definitely in this place at that time. If I can verify that, it may provide me with a new lead. I had just come into the hallway after leaving the money out inside the dining room. At that time, I saw a badger slumped over on the floor at the end of the hall.
Huh? What was that badger doing all the way down there?
I also thought it was strange. However, I thought that maybe it was simply a mannequin that was set there for atmosphere.
Do you know which badger it was?
No, it was too dark to tell. All I saw was its silhouette.
In that case, I guess I'll just program a badger silhouette for now. Okay, programming complete.
Then I started walking towards the exit.
And then that's when you were struck from behind, right?
Yes.
That's odd. The hallway's a dead end. Where did your assailant come from?
There's only one location I can think of. I believe my assailant was lying in wait here.
Fucking... Yeah, Beats, take your meds on time. That's important.
That doll I saw wasn't really a doll. It was in fact a costumed kidnapper.
Oh, so he used the costume as a perfect camouflage to blend in with the rest of the house.
Precisely. He waited until I had made the drop-off and was about to leave. Then, just as he saw me take a step towards the exit, he stood and launched his attack. I can think of no better hiding place than this.
Not bad. I'm beginning to think I should steal this tactic for myself.
Just don't use it to do anything criminal, okay? Well, Lance? What are you asking me for? As one of the kidnappers, I figured I should give you the chance to confess first. I was one of the kidnappers, but I don't know anything. I did come up to the haunted house, but I never set foot inside. I left Oliver in charge of picking up the ransom money. Didn't set foot inside. Is he telling the truth, or is this another lie? Alright, then you're claiming that it was Mr. Deacon who assaulted me. Yeah, I'm sure it was him.
Okay, inputting the new info now. Mr. Deacon's the Bad Badger, right? Since the Bad Badger has a gun attached to its right hand, I'll have to change it so the weapon's in its left hand.
Now to verify the facts of this recreation.
Okay, this is neat.
You didn't recreate the weapon.
Well, I can't exactly recreate something I know nothing about. So tell me, what were you hit with?
The attack came from behind, so I have no idea, but I doubt it was someone's bare hands.
Okay, then where were you hit?
I was hit on the right side of my head, just above my temple. There was a bit of blood, but it wasn't anything serious.
Ouch, sounds painful.
Why are you smirking like that when you say it?
It's just your imagination. Now, let's see. I wonder if there's anything in the hallway that could have been used as a weapon. I'm looking for something a culprit could have used to hit you with. Fucking sword, baby!
Take that!
I have it. There was indeed one such object lying here in this hallway. A prop sword.
Are you talking about this thing here?
Yes, although we did find it at the kidnapper's hideout. Wait, yes. It's possible that the culprit took it with him after using it on me.
Leave no evidence behind, right?
Correct. It may be worth a more thorough examination yet.
Okay, so what test did you want to run on this sword? Luminol, baby!
The culprit was wearing a costume at the time, so fingerprint analysis is useless. Let's run a luminol test. It's possible that some of my blood found its way onto this. Agent Lang, may I ask for your cooperation in this matter? Like I have a choice. Jenna, call the lab boys.
Understood.
Except for a tab on the left side, it would appear this blade is spotless.
So it must have been the left side of the prop sword that hit you then, right? Okay, I'll update my recreation with this new piece of info. Okay, but here's the thing. The left side of the sword wouldn't be the correct side, would it? In the next instance, the badge roll swings left arm complete with weapon in hand.
Yes, to club me with the left side of the prop sword.
Did they recreate the moment of impact? I want to see the pained expression in your face.
It's just fine the way it is. Wait, maybe not. Is it just my imagination, or is something quite not right?
Yeah, baby. The juice.
Is this spot somehow connected to any of the evidence I hold?
Yeah, something's not right here.
Finally, I've found a clear contradiction of facts about this sword. Except for a bit on the left side, this prop sword is absolutely spotless. However, if the culprit had used his left hand, the blood would be on the opposite side.
The opposite side? Huh.
If the culprit held the sword in his left hand, then the sword's right side would hit.
See, but the blood was on the left side of the sword, right? Which means that he used his right hand to hit you.
Exactly. This prop sword has a large handguard attached to the hilt. It would be impossible to hold it with two hands while wearing a costume with such big hands. Therefore, if it couldn't be the left hand or both hands, it must have been the right.
I'll change the data to reflect a right-handed swing.
Not yet, Kay. There's no sense in changing anything quite yet. If you change the parameters to the right hand, it'll only create a new contradiction. Changing the prop sword to be in the culprit's right hand would conflict with what?
It'll conflict with the victim's costume.
Take that!
The Bad Badger already holds a gun in his right hand, so he can't hold a sword in addition.
Hey, that's right! What now? If it wasn't in his left hand or his right hand...
It means that the one who struck me could not have been the Bad Badger. Are you paying attention, Lance? Mr. Deacon could not have been the one who struck me, which leaves only you as our primary suspect. Fine, it was me. Like, I hit you. It appears that you lied to me yet again, but see how quickly they catch up to you, Lance.
Wait, isn't Lance left-handed?
Ah, yes, but that's what makes this deception all the more interesting. He used his right hand to make it look like Mr. Deacon had been the one to strike me. But you see, firing a gun with one's non-dominant hand is difficult. But that level of dexterity isn't required to swing a prop sword. Okay, please input this new data. The one who hit me from behind was Lance. Or should I say, the Proto-Badger.
Hey, Boozle. We make shit up because of Lowell Edgeworth? Nah, we're finding the truth. You got it, here I go! We investigate crime scenes now.
Now, we have a faithful recreation of the situation around the attack on me.
Alright, what we have to do is examine this new recreation and...
And what exactly is so funny, Agent Lang? That amusing little gadget. It sure packs a punch, right, Shinnah?
Yes, it was all I could do to hold my laughter in. Hey, don't make fun of Little Thief, you mean old werewolf. He and Mr. Edgeworth bring out the best in each other.
You've had your little fun, but now it's my turn. I've sat quietly by, listening. But the crude conclusions you two keep spewing don't whet this wolf's appetite. There's no guarantee that your toy will always show the real situation at any given time. All it displays is whatever information you put in there, right?
Well, when you put it that way...
Your suppositions are wrong. It's not your fault, so I'm gonna let you in on this. There's a trick to this haunted house. And what may that be exactly? A trick beyond what your tiny imaginations can produce. Shinnah!
Here you are.
Now then, what you miss, girlie, is written right here in this pamphlet. The 7 Wonders of the Haunted House. The Disappearing Badger.
What is this?
I'd say that someone around here is fond of theatrics. And as you can see, they set a doll down the end of this hallway for that purpose. Basically, the blue badger you saw was just a stupid doll. How can this be? Guess that throws your whole theory about it being an attacker right out the window.
But that can't be right. Maybe the culprit hit the doll somewhere. And then he laid down and pretended to be it instead.
If the criminal couldn't even hide himself in the hallway, how could he hide a giant doll? You get it now? Thanks to your presumptions, your logic started off weak, and you led to the completely wrong conclusion. Now get off your high horse.
Mr. Edgeworth.
Okay, I wonder if you could please input the new information for me. You don't know when to quit, do you? I can't quit, not until I declare what I've found the truth. Agent Lang, for the additional information, you have my thanks. There you go again. Well, see if I care.
Okay, I'm updating the recreation now. That looks really weird. Look at how it changes from the Blue Badger into the Proto Badger all of a sudden.
The slumped-over badger was just a doll. Where was my attacker hiding?
Well, that's what we're going to find out, right? Well, come on, Mr. Edgeworth, let's go.
Yes, let's. Recreation can't be right, which means there must be a contradiction somewhere.
This is where the Proto Badger shows up in our recreation.
Yes, now the question is, where did he come from?
Yeah, but there's no place to hide in our current model.
There must be an inconsistency somewhere. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. This blue badger is just a doll for use in this haunted house. I bet the one who killed this blue badger was the...
Oh, I bet the one who killed this Blue Badger is the Bad Badger, right?
According to the Blue Badger Bible, it says that they are each other's worst enemy.
Oh? All because one's an ally of justice and the other's just a vile criminal with a gun?
Perhaps they were destined to just... Perhaps they were just destined to battle each other. Much like the Steel Samurai and the Evil Magistrate.
Okay. We already did this. Huh. Does this go against anything we have? This is just throwback the case. I mean, this game's been a lot of callbacks. Fuck. I don't know. I really don't. One's tough? Yeah. Oh, whoops. You take a look around, it almost feels more like a house of mirrors. Badge.
Indeed. Who's ever heard of this many mirrors inside of a haunted house before?
At least we know this is the real crime scene thanks to these mirror shards. Oh. Okay. Let's check our logic, yeah? Wait, these shards, there's something different about them.
Oh.
I mean, badge is a joke. Like, badge is the joke. That's fine. The ones we found earlier are thicker than the shards from these mirrors on this wall. And look, there's some sort of design on the back, too.
Pieces from that costume are certainly different from the other mirrors. What does this mean? Could it be that our pieces are not pieces of these mirrors?
What do I have in my logic here? Mirror shards, okay. And take a look around. All the mirrors, okay.
It's the Proto-Badger who struck me. I suppose I should really say that it is Lance. Are you gonna get him back? I need not resort to violence. With the lawsuit I plan to bring to court will suffice. Really? Because I would totally have decked him right back. Someone steals from me, I steal something from them. I get hit, I hit them back. If I get paid, I return the money. That's the secret to how a great thief works. The third statement doesn't seem to be of much benefit to her survival.
Yeah, we only have the mirror shards. Let's look at this again. Fuck it, we're just gonna go through our evidence, right? We can go through it all. Anything that has to do with, like, a badger. Hold on. Hey, wait. Hey, wait a second. Hold on, look at the belt. Hey, look at the... Look at the belt. Look at the belt. Chad, look at the belt. Hold on a second. Hold on a second.
Is this spot somehow connected to any of the evidence I hold? Hold on a second. There's something wrong with this blue badger.
Huh? Like what?
The way the belt is on him is opposite of how it should be. Did you make a mistake?
That can't be. I inputted the image data exactly as it is in the pamphlet.
Well, then why is the blue badger dressed up in reverse?
Okay. Okay, well now I'm betting. I'm gonna bet. There is a lot wrong with the blue badger. Elaborate. Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember what you said earlier?
What I said earlier about what?
About how this building may have as well been a house of mirrors.
A house of mirrors? Oh, that would explain the reversed or mirror image.
Yes, this blue badger might be nothing more than a reflected image of a real one.
And was the blue badger you saw just a reflection?
When I looked down this hole, I thought it was perfectly straight. However, if there was a mirror...
Oh, then it would actually form an L shape, right?
Precisely. I was deceived. The hallway was almost pitch black. And there was a beam in the way that obstructed my view of the other hallway.
Wait, but why build this place like that? Sounds pretty pointless to me.
Okay, this house is just another attraction at an amusement park. They created a mirror wall for a very specific purpose. One I can point out on you. For you.
Wouldn't that show up on the blueprints? Yes, but also we're using Little Thief, and Edgeworth has not taken a look at the blueprints. Yeah, disappearing badger. Or the illusion. It's all smoke and mirrors.
Take that!
As it's written in the pamphlet, the main draw of this attraction is the mystery of the disappearing badger.
Nope, the data for Little Thief was actually drawn from everyone's testimony. Because this is Ace Attorney, and technology does that, I guess. You mean they built the mirror for that trick alone? But you said you saw the badger, so it was definitely still there.
That was true at the time, however. Doing this allows someone to make the blue badger disappear in a flash.
Move the mirror wall.
To move a reflected image, simply move the mirror. First, the mirror was constructed so that it could be moved. Then, beyond where the mirror was, an empty hallway had to be created.
Oh, so when they wanted people to see the blue badger, they would open the mirror. When they wanted to hide it, they simply had to close it again.
This explains why the other side of these fragments have a design on them.
Ah, and if the pattern's the same as the other walls in the hallway,
Then when the mirror is closed, it would blend into the rest of the walls. This is the mirror trick that this haunted house employs. And this also proves the existence of a hiding place for the culprit.
huh? How so?
Think about it, Kay. There was a place outside my field of vision. Culprit kept out of sight by hiding here.
Take that!
There was a very large blind spot, one that I could not see beyond, and was here. If my assailant hid on the other side of the movable mirror,
Then you wouldn't be able to see him. You didn't even need to do anything to the blue badger, too.
exactly, all he had to do was wait for me on the other side of the mirror.
Wait, hold on. I just thought of something.
Yes?
Well, shouldn't the mirror wall be broken right now in reality?
Since we have a few shards of it, we can probably assume it is. Yes, it most definitely is broken. The question is, when was it broken? Since we found these inside the victim's costume, that would mean the victim was there and when the mirror was broken. Wait, that sound. Leave the money and go. Now. That sound I heard was most definitely the sound of a mirror breaking. Kay, I'd like you to input some new information.
Ah, don't scare me like that.
Sorry, but I need you to recreate something for me.
Sure, whatever you need. So what do you need anyway?
If you could first recreate this hallway just before I entered the dining room.
You got it.
Now this, I believe, is how it was right before I entered the dining room. Although at the time I thought it was but a single straight hallway, and then I went inside. It was around then that I heard the sound of a mirror shattering.
You heard what? Then?
Yes, I believe it was then the mirror was broken.
Okay, so when you stepped outside into the hallway again...
The mirror wall should no longer exist, Kay. Please, recreate that.
Got it. Wait, but with the mirror gone, the culprit lost his hiding spot. So where did he go in his proto-badger suit, Mr. Edgeworth?
Ha! That is easy enough. With the mirror gone, he simply hid himself in the branch hallway.
I think this is about wraps it up. Looks like we finally solved everything.
No, not yet. An even larger contradiction has now reared its head.
Huh?
Perhaps you did not notice, but this recreation contains a very troubling inconsistency.
Whenever the Don't you like the proto-badger? Proto-badger's your friend. The proto-badger's your friend. Don't you like the proto-badger? Don't you like the proto-badger? It's your friend. Anyway, it's here.
Take that!
Okay, take a good look at the end of the hall.
Oh, there's no blue badger there.
Exactly. The blue badger I saw in reality is not here. This is the final point on this long chain of logic. The last remaining contradiction.
So, let me get this straight. When you came out of the dining room, you saw a badger, right?
And that is precisely where the final contradiction lies. something that shouldn't exist was there before me. Who or what do you suppose it was? I believe this is the real identity of our mystery badger.
Take that!
The badger I saw was in actuality the dead victim's body. What? Agent Lang, the entirety of my complete logic is my final, decisive piece of evidence. The murder happened in the hallway of the haunted house at the time of the drop-off. And when you consider the moment I heard the mirror breaking to be the real time of death for Mr. Deacon, no. Maybe it was due to their fighting, or perhaps the life-shattering bullet. But no matter what the cause was, the hallway mirror was broken. Ha! You were in the house at the time, right? Are you telling me that you missed the sound of a gunshot?
Objection!
There were a variety of sound effects playing at the time. All for theatrics, I assume. The gunshot must have blended right in. Yeah. Now then, I'd like you to recall something for me. Who was it that was with the victim at the haunted house? Who was the one who had the opportunity to rob the victim of his gun and use it on him? It was you, Lance Amano! I'm sorry. It's not like I had a choice. Oliver turned on me all of a sudden. He snapped and turned violent right after I hung up with you. He shoved me to the ground and straddled me. I fought back as hard as I could, grabbed his gun, and I shot him. The bullet must have went through his body and shattered the mirror. If I hadn't taken his gun and shot him first, I would have been the one you found. He's a hardened criminal. He escaped from jail. See? That's justified self-defense. My boy was only trying to protect himself. That remains to be seen, and will have to be resolved in court. Agent Lang, I leave the rest to you. As if you were the one in charge around here. Guys, arrest these two and get them out of my sight. Wait, I had nothing to do with the murder. The only person you should be arresting is Lance. Dad? Sorry, but you're not slipping away that easily, Mr. Ernest Amano. You tampered with the evidence so you could cover for your son. What a great dad you are, willing to risk it all. Truly touching. By the way, do you know why I'm really here? And how could I possibly know the answer to such an asinine question? You wound me. I came all this way from across the sea, just to see you, you know. You came to see me? What's that supposed to mean? I have a few things to ask you, Mr. Amano, about a case from 10 years ago. A case from 10 years ago? Oh, what's the name that you use here for that case? Shana!
It's known as the KG-8 incident.
KG-8 incident? Oh, so you remember it. Good, then you recall that the trigger in that case was the Amano Group scandal. Specifically, the charge of an internal smuggling ring.
Smuggling. There's that word again.
At the time, the person that was arrested as the ringleader was Mr. Amano's very own secretary, Mr. Colin Devore.
Father!
Even though you pushed the crime onto your then secretary, Mr. Devore, I always suspected that you were involved with the smuggling ring, Mr. Amano. Mr. Devore was arrested in place of you, which is why he then broke out. When he broke out, you hid from the police, right? if you hit him in exchange for his silence on your dirty little secret. No, 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 no. Please, calm down. I honestly have no idea what you're talking about. Pretend to be ignorant all you want. We're taking you down to the precinct anyway, for a nice, long chat. What the? Who the heck was that? I'll take him down to the precinct if you don't mind. Who the heck are you? I'm Jacques Portsman, and I'm the prosecutor in charge of this case. Oh, Jacques, thank goodness you're here. Don't jerk me around. This is an Interpol case, so you keep your paws off my suspect.
Sorry, but I can't comply. I've got the backing of the prosecutor's office. Remember, we're in the past, so yeah, this fucker. See, in this country, we prosecutors work with the police to bring cases to court. So if you could please cooperate with me here, that would be great. Now, how about a handshake to seal the deal? Sorry, but I hate prosecutors. The whole lot of you. Guys, arrest the two suspects. Sir! Oh, I almost forgot. Prosecutor's Miles Edgeworth, is it? I'd like to thank you. Thank me? Yeah, for working so hard to fulfill my goal. Hey, is that any way to thank someone? And what the heck is that supposed to mean? You were so relentless with Lance that you forced Ernest to tamper with the evidence. Thanks to that, I finally had a legitimate reason to arrest him. So how does it feel to bite the hand that feeds you? The hand that feeds me? I'm not sure I follow. It's no use pretending with me. You're the one, right? You're the corrupt prosecutor that's working for Mr. Amano in the smuggling ring, right? No, I would never do such a thing. What the heck? Our intel's never wrong. In your prosecutor's office, there's definitely someone working with the ring. Ah, so Agent Lang suspected my relation to Mr. Amano. That must be the real reason behind his antagonistic attitude. On top of that, your mentor was Manfred von Karma, right? There were non-stop rumors flying about forged evidence of that guy. You're not twisting the truth behind those closed courtroom doors, too, are you? The courtroom is a place where the truth is revealed. Ha 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 ha! Well, don't worry. It's not only you. The whole lot of you can't be trusted. A prosecutor's never lost in 40 years. Every defendant must be found guilty. Fueled by those ideas, is it any wonder that the courts produce nothing but falsities and lies? It would seem that his disdain extends beyond just me. Prosecutors, the courts, why is this man so angry with us all? Rest assured, next time we meet, I won't be so forgiving. So, don't you forget it. Please, wait. Agent Shana. Why does Agent Lang hate all prosecutors so? Lang is the head of the long-honored house of Lang and Zhengfa. The heads of all police-related divisions in that country were of Lang blood. Where? What do you mean by that? Aren't they still? They were revered, but that was long ago. They don't hold that sort of sway anymore. And that was all because of the courts. How can that be? A prosecutor once withheld and tampered with the evidence one of Lang's detectives found. That evidence purity was tarnished, and it cost Lang family its honor and trust. But not all prosecutors are like that. Even so, Lang will never respect the court again. Or any prosecutor.
So, Agent Lang is a man who hates all courts and is unwilling to forgive prosecutors. Man, what a piece of work that guy is. Come on, Jim, we better catch up. Yeah. We still gotta deliver that thing to the old man, after all. Detective Gumshoe, I believe it's time we wrapped up here and headed home ourselves. Yeah. Are you going home too, Mr. Edgeworth? No. I've done nothing but be entangled in one mess after another since my return. If it's all right with you, can you drop me off at my office? No problem, sir.
Excuse me?
Yeah. What is it?
Thank you very much.
It's okay. No need to thank me, pal. Just doing my job as a detective.
I guess I was fooled pretty badly by Lance. Oh, cruel fate. What's a woman to do when she's been hurt by the one she loves? And to think I've never realized my father was right there. I never said anything to him. I knew it. I'm a failure. Oh, there she goes again, talking to herself.
Miss Pops, I wonder if you know why your father participated in the kidnapping.
Oh, I have no idea.
Your father died while he was trying to stop Lance, which means that from the beginning he had no interest in the staged self-abduction.
Wait, then why did he...
I believe it was because of your presence, Miss Pops.
Me?
Lance realized that the two of you were related, which is why he used you as a hostage to coerce Miss Devore into cooperating.
Father...
As a felon, he could not tell you of his real relation to you. However, as the Amano family butler, at the very least, he was able to watch over you. It was all he could do, but that was the shape of his overflowing love for you. Go on. Speak your mind.
That's... Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Although, there is no need to thank me.
No, Lauren, stop. I mean, this man's so much older than you, and... Looks like you completely stolen her away, Mr. Edgeworth.
Oh, way to go, sir!
Your technique is way beyond the level of a great thief.
What are you going on about now?
Wow, your deducing skills may be sound, but you have no street smarts.
That's Mr. Edgeworth for you.
Yeah, I mean, he still hasn't figured out who I am at all. You haven't remembered in all this time? I guess I'm just gonna have to say it. This isn't the first time we've met, you know.
Yeah, his eyes are only for Listen, he's laser focused. What do you mean, pal? Mr. Edgeworth, how do you know this girl?
Looks like you totally forgot me too, Gummy.
Gummy?
Here, maybe this'll jog your memories. Street March? The fuck is that? No, honey, I think he's just gay. I promised I'd return this to you one day, remember?
That single piece of cloth took me back far into my past. To that fateful day 7 years ago, when I first met the then-child Kay and Detective Gumshoe.
I guess we'll see that next case, huh? Damn it, I want to know. But... Right, there's like 37 fateful days. It's Ace Attorney, they do that. Anyway, thank you everyone. Here, we'll hit save. Hit save. Ta-da. It's saving. 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 There we go. Okay. I need to take a shower and get ready for bed. But thank you everyone for the for coming on. Sorry I cut it in the middle. It was worth the bit. let me see here. All for the bit. All for the bit. Heron's going. We're gonna go raid Heron. So... Heron's doing Darkest Dungeon. So, go give him some love, yeah? He's a cool dude. He's a game developer, game designer, and just a general cool dude, so... Yeah. He's also, like... He's much smarter than I. He has big thinky brain that can make game. I am small ape man who make noise. So, yeah. Go give him a good time. I'll see you guys on Wednesday.